One of the most misused and misunderstood terms in the fitness industry is if it fits your macros. The reason I don't like if it fits your macros is not because it's wrong, because yes, if you have certain macros, and I do use macros with clients and give them guides as to what to eat, but the problem is that when people say if it fits your macros, what that then becomes for a lot of clients is, oh, I must stick to these macros. They are set in concrete. And what you get, I see all the time people, oh, it's Saturday, what can I have that fits my macros? And the macros are like 5 grams of protein, 10 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fats or something like that. And they're scrabbling about for a food that will fit that. When actually, in fact, they could just look at those macros, work out what the calories are, which is about, say, 150, 200 calories, and just eat something for 200 calories. And they'd be much happier, and they save themselves a lot of time. But the problem is because it's if this fits your macros has been drilled into them, oh, you must eat to your macros, you must hit your macros every single day, that then becomes an obsessive culture where they're always looking, oh, does this fit my macros, does this fit macros, rather than, oh, I quite like that food, is it within my calories? Now, while macros and calories, they sometimes get confused as well. You must be in a calorie deficit to lose body fat, absolutely. So it doesn't matter if your macros are super on point. If you're in a surplus, you're going to gain body fat, or you might gain body fat, I should say. Let's be scientific. But macros, they don't have to be rigid. When I work with clients, I give them macros. It's a guide, you know. This much protein is a guide. You can be within 10% here or there, you know, just as long as you're within that range. Same with fats, same with carbs. And the thing is, because you're never going to get an exact food that exactly fits your macros. What's going to happen is through the day, you're going to add food to your daily MyFitnessPal or whatever else. And then at the end of the day, you're going to be left with a certain amount of macros. But those macros are also calories. Now, if you've hit your macros within that 10% for 80% of your food in that day, it doesn't matter if you go off at the end of the day and say this 200 calories, if that's 200 calories is all carbs, well then great. Just eat that if it makes you happy, because you're going to be within your calories and you're going to be still hitting your plan. Don't get obsessed about, oh, it doesn't fit my macros exactly, so I can't have it. Don't do that. That's not what If It Fits Your Macros is about. If It Fits Your Macros is about helping you guide as to what to eat. It's not rigid, set in concrete. It's just a guide.